My name is Carlos Andrés Gómez, and I'm so excited to be a part of this project. Thank you to MOLAA in Long Beach for hosting this conversation for I Learn America. It's a project that opens up space and time for youth to talk about issues of identity, immigration, and education in their own words. And today, I cannot wait. I am excited. I've been looking forward to talking to an incredible poet, a graduating senior. She is a Luce Scholar at Rutgers University, also Colombian like me, Melanie Arroyave. Melanie, it's great to meet you.
Oh, it's an honor to be here, Carlos. Thank you so much.
It's incredible. So when I first heard about you, I heard that we've both written a poem with almost the same title. And there were so many things I learned about you, and I felt very, very connected to you. Even though we've never met in person, I know you are not very far from New York City, where, my birthplace. We're both Colombian. We both have family from, we'll just say, similar places in Colombia and just leave it there. Yeah, I would love to hear your incredible poem.
I haven't read this in a while. I have to preface that either. So
no, it's all good.
I'm going to try to remember what I stressed and what I didn't stress. But you know how it goes. So I'm going to do my best. So where I'm from, right? I'm from Aba and Lewis, from early day boleros, flamenco, and late night vallenatos. I'm from a life full of chicanery, and lately I've been running low on battery. But thankfully, today, I no longer have anything against my immediate family. I'm from humble and twisted roots, from the seed of opportunity. I'm from friends who treat me as if I were family, and from extended family who treat each other with envy, resentment, hypocrisy, and no sense of morality. I'm from a father who believes los genios no nacen, se hacen, and from a mother who engraved Max Ehrmann's poem, Desiderata, into my bone marrow. I'm from puzzle pieces and deciphers. As I continue to type, I unravel a bit of the bigger picture, and who knows, the code might crack. Some may say my life is out of whack, but I'm not here to compare but share. I'm from the same paintbrush that laid the strokes on the School of Athens. I'm from numerous cardiac monitors that have given me fright at night because they can't seem to predict when a heart will rupture, but keep you inclined to keep on listening to life's most precious rhythmical structure. I'm the wandering visitor searching for the yellow light. Tragedy has given me energy and sight. I'm the living and functioning product of life's ongoing battles and victorious glories. I'm a mere glimpse of 21st century reality. Therefore, I suggest you take a picture you can never recreate, even if you believe it's too late. Trust me, it's never too late. So that poem was something I wrote, I believe, my senior year. It was when I met
high school.
Of high school. And so about 4 years now. And the time I was writing it, my mom passed away.
Oh, wow.
And I was a sophomore, entering my junior year. And I think that just kind of the inspiration came, just from not really grieving properly. I didn't really cope well. And I was just kind of just filled in with distractions. And I think that's something that would feed into my second poem that I wrote recently. But
I feel like there's something really powerful about you talking about your poetry being a place for you to find space, like you said, to grieve or to process emotions that you maybe didn't. I don't know. I know for me, through poems that was a vehicle. And I mean, particularly when I was in high school and in college, in my life in general, but definitely in high school, I think, where I didn't have as much practice knowing how to navigate my emotions, where a poem was a place where I could find a space to heal and to process things that I didn't have another way to do it. And I think it's really powerful too. Your Where I Am From poem, it seems so connected to you're really putting a focus on your family, which I think is really, really beautiful and really powerful. Us being the children of parents who came to the United States as immigrants, right? And so I don't know what it's like. I was born in New York. Okay, I was born in New York City. So I was not born in Colombia. I did not have that journey, that generation's reaction to the way we talk about things, whether it's our emotions or our family or our identities. There's some tension there that I've noticed, that I've talked about other people like you, like me, similar experiences. I was wondering if you wanted to just like talk about that a little bit, about what your experience may or may not have been with that.
The generational aspect. It's funny that you mentioned that. I'm the only one out of the three of us who actually interview my dad. So
Wow.
my dad actually came undocumented to the United States. And, you know, no one really, like my siblings didn't really talk about it when they were young. Like no one asked, no one dared to ask.
Yeah.
And, you know, to be
Yes.
able to like kind of be that person to push the boundary a little bit and say,
Yeah.
hey, like talk to me about that a little bit more. How was it when you were working in the fields, right?
Oof.
So my dad came here as a laborer in his 20s and was able to benefit from the 1986 amnesty given by Reagan. So
Mm-hmm.
my parents benefited from the 3 million.
Wow.
But then I look at that into context, like I still have tios and tias and primos that are undocumented, right?
Can I tell you what I think is so incredible about I Learn America and everything that you're talking about, and even the idea of interviewing your papi epitomizes it, is I love that it's the youth sharing stories, and the youth being our generation, okay? Um, as I feel like many of the people in this generation are, especially young people, who I think of like my younger selves and students I used to have and everything else. Though I still consider myself young, I'm like, you know, in my 30s now. But I feel like it takes that brashness of someone who's a teenager, I think a lot of times, to give inspiration and permission to other adults. And if that story is not archived somewhere of your papi, it's lost forever.
For sure.
It's lost forever. And I think about the same with my papi. I think about other people who, um, and again, a lot of those stories are the things that you, like you said, wouldn't dare ask about because you know you can't ask about. Like there's stories I've only started to sort of approach, you know, with family. Stories that we need to have saved somewhere. They need to be recorded. The story and the connections and the conflicts of where identity, immigration, and education intersect, that is so much at the core of what America is evolving into. And how that is negotiated will tell us a lot about the United States of America that will exist on the other side of the shutdown. Melanie, I really want to hear the poem that you just wrote.
Oh man! All right, I thought I was gonna.
You don't have to. I'm just inviting you. If
Okay. All right.
Yes, get hydrated. There we go.
Yeah, real. All right. So I was excited, right? I was really excited for today. So it's called Distraction, and I'm gonna let you. I think it's kind of self-evident of what I'm trying to pick out here. And if you don't, then we could talk about that.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't help that you're my screensaver. I distract myself every second of the day, occupying my thoughts. It isn't enough. It isn't enough to forget every time I look in the mirror. It's your smile that I see. It isn't enough because no one could ever take your place. There isn't enough space. Void has found a new home. The void is there. We, my siblings and I, every day, every holiday, we feel it. I don't allow myself to slip. No way. How could I confront the pain I filed away? They say time heals all wounds, but it's been more than 185 million seconds, and I still feel your hand caressing my head. I still hear you singing boleros every Sunday. I still see you in my dreams, alive, alive but not walking. How could I? That was never ever reality. Riding in your wheelchair was left to my youth. Lying down, riddled in bed sores, connected to a ventilator, dependent on faith. Laying in bed, eyes closed, I can't escape your voice in my head. I lay there suppressing any movements, any urgent needs. I can't last more than a minute. My hands and toes respond to a wiggle. I try to feel what you lived for 5,462 days, but you were more independent and stronger than I am. For I am your Simba and you are my Mufasa.
It's really powerful to see too the leaps in like your writing and also just your courage from the piece from you at whatever 17, 18 and you now at 21 or 22 or whatever age you are. You know, it's really beautiful.
This project has followed me for the last 5 years, and I
Yeah.
think that that's incredible. Like you said, I learned it something at a really young age, and I was afforded the opportunity to share my story with my own rules and play. And I think that that was really beautiful. And I think anybody who could take advantage of that, it'll be really useful.
Is there anything else that you would want to share with those students that are 15, 16 years old that are currently right now working or engaging with I Learn America in some way that, and maybe they're an immigrant, maybe they're undocumented, maybe they are Colombian, I don't know, but what would you want, what do you want to say, what do you want to say to that young person?
To be vulnerable.
Oh,
But there's fear in that, right? There's
yeah.
fear at its core, and to be afraid is okay.
Mm,
Because once you share, you'll be surprised. You'll be so surprised to see the love and support you will get, and you're not alone. And
yes.
I think there's something so beautiful in that that you just don't even know. But the first thing that it takes is, putting a pen to that paper, being real with yourself. And by not, don't even focus on if it's gonna be good. Because if you're perfectionist in that way,
That's
it's
great
not gonna
advice.
get done.
Definitely
Not
co-sign that.
it's not gonna get done. Just hit it. Write what you feel, what you see. I think I'm a visual learner in that regard. So write what you see, what you're feeling. And I think that's going to be a great, not only escape, but it's going to be an opportunity for you to embrace.
You are so inspiring. On the other side of this shutdown, I hope to meet you in person. Hope to we can hopefully read a poem somewhere on a stage. Maybe
I'd be honored. Oh my
stand up.
gosh.
But yeah, I want to say thank you and congratulations. Cheering for you for graduating. Oh my gosh, incredible. Thank you, Melanie Arroyave. I want to thank the great director, Jean-Michel Dissart. I want to thank everyone connected to I Learn America. And of course, the biggest thank you to MOLAA in Long Beach, California. My name is Carlos Andrés Gómez. Thank you so much. Let's keep the conversations going.